meeting of the Caryville Mayor and Board of Aldermen to order. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Here.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Here.
Mr. Eric Jones? Ms. Beth Lawson? Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Here.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Here.
Mayor Stixbury?
Here. We do have a quorum. Warren, will you say opening prayer for us, please, sir?
Dear Heavenly Father, as we bow in your presence once again, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the many blessings of life, dear Heavenly Father. Go with us, watch over, lead, guide, and direct each home that's represented here tonight. Watch over those that sick and afflicted and body, those that may be in harm's way of storms and those storms of life, God, the ones that as maybe death has intervened in their family or their homes. Lead, guide, and direct, and watch over our leaders of our country and our city. Give them wisdom and knowledge to carry out their work. These things we ask in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Warren. Okay, give everybody a few minutes to look over the September minutes and workshop we had back in September. So whenever y'all done, let me know and we'll pick them up. So everybody had a chance to look at the minutes.
Make a motion to amend and approve items in new business in 306 with Eric Smith. Not here.
Oh, thank you.
Shred from Jones.
Yeah, you got our errors mixed up. That's your one from moment.
Thank you.
You're good.
Oh,
Okay, has everybody had a chance to look? Do I hear a motion we approve as presented?
I'll make the motion to approve the amendment.
I hear a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Citizens input, anybody like to address the board? Yes, ma'am.
I would like to address the codes and ordinance of the city of Caryville. I guess, you heard the old saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Well, sometimes people don't know the ordinances and codes. There are some that do know them and intentionally ignore them and do what they want to do. But they don't care about what, the ordinances are because of the city. They're going to do it their way. And, but there are people that don't know. And what I guess I would like to say to the board is I would like to see that the codes and ordinances are more available, have more access to the general public, to the people of Caryville. Maybe, I know, Mr. Pigley, you said that you were doing a website for it?
The website should go online within the next 2 to 5 days. So
That
it would be easy enough if
yeah.
we want to link what we have ordinance-wise
I know that would be something that,
It would take another couple days after the initial launch to do that, but it would be,
that would
Easy
be a
enough.
way people could, get access and know what the codes are. But I guess I would like to say that it would be a really good thing if it could be published in the paper to say, okay, Caryville has a website now. If you need to know any information, ordinance codes, blah, 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 whatever, then it's available to you at this website. And maybe publish it a couple of times in the paper and let them know. And I'm saying this for example. I know there's been 2 move-ins to our community, and both are, as far as I'm concerned, are disasters. They're trashy, they are unkept, they're unclean, and it's a real eyesore. And it shouldn't be going on as far as I'm concerned. And I know that I was at the planning commission this last Thursday night, and there was a lady that's been trying to get her a mobile home that's with electricity and such hooked up, but she's had a terrible, terrible time, been months trying to get this done. Well, she said, she made the comment the other night, she said, well, if I'd have just known, I wouldn't have, put the trailer on there in the first place, and, until everything was in order and set up. That's like, to have an outbuilding put on your property, to use, or to even build a home. You're supposed to get a permit beforehand. Well, sometimes people maybe don't know that. There's a lot of things that people aren't being aware of. And I know that ordinances and codes are being constantly changed. They're being updated. They're being modified. And that's a good thing, and they should be. And sometimes it's state mandated, but sometimes it's city. But people just don't know. And if they're not informed, then they can't make that informed decision. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to make that pound, that needs a pound of cure. So what I'm saying is, if there could be an effort made to keep people informed of what is going on and what they should or should not do. We've had people we have woods behind our home. Well, we've had people hunting back there, because I think they probably thought it was just part of, the TWRA, I don't know. But that happens, and people are having that to happen. We've had people shooting and fire, shots going by our home. So things are going on that should not, and it would be a help. I'm just saying, I think it would be a help if people could be more informed.
Well, that's something when we had talked about, I've talked to Patrick and others on the council has also, that when the website does get going, we are going to put, all that information is going to be on there.
Yes.
As much information as we can put on that website will be there.
I'd already planned on the link for the ordinances. I hadn't really, the codes I didn't think about off the top of my head, but that's a good one to add.
They're with it.
Oh, okay.
Right now, if somebody will Google, they can get on the MTS website and get the codes and ordinances for almost every
I'm sure.
municipality, and it comes up on Google.
Yeah.
If they do codes and Caryville, Google will point them to that website, and it has all of the counties statewide, and most of the municipalities that are members of the MTS will come up on
And
that.
I'm sure that's available, and I'm sure that the Caryville website would be super great.
So that would be,
So
we'd be
we
able to
can
link
link-
that rather than upload that.
Well, not run it in the
But-
press.
Well,
That's what-
we can run, we have representatives from the media here, that when that website does get up and going, we can have Teresa or Laura One to call and say, it's up and going.
Right.
This is what's on, refer people to the website, and it should have, it'd be an ongoing thing, like you said. Everything won't be there just the first 30 minutes, but in a little while, we should have everything on there that we need, and we'll constantly keep updating it if we need to.
So once we get the website up, we can run that maybe for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
press and stuff.
we can do that. That'd be no
That's
issue.
kind of where I'm coming from. If you could let them know through the news media that that it is available. All you have to do is go and search it out.
We sure will.
And
We can do that.
I'm also working on the link where people can pay
Ms. Blackwell,
on the
also, I've been
website. That was a
talking
different part that I had.
to park people,
Kind of plugged in.
you know, that.
Yeah,
the
that
Powder
area.
Spring Holler, that's park property.
Yes.
And people are hunting that.
Yes.
Which is illegal.
Absolutely.
But I'm in contact with Casey Hatmaker now, he's the new superintendent, and I'm talking with him, and maybe get that property there posted
Yeah,
for no hunting, since it is park property,
yeah,
so that may help some.
sure.
Like I said, we will, we was in the process of that, but thank you for bringing that to our attention,
Thank you.
and we will,
Yeah.
like I said, that will go on the website.
Thank you.
No, yeah, it was always planned for the
Sure,
website.
I knew it was, but I just felt like that unless it was, noted maybe in the press.
The
or
people
something,
wouldn't know where to look.
people just don't, yeah, they
Right,
don't
we
think
can, like I
about
said,
it.
we have representative media here, we can
Yes.
get that in the proper places and where everybody will know.
Yeah, we've not had a website for so long.
Right.
People just think that we don't
Right,
have
like I said, we, hopefully here in the next few days, we will. Okay, thank you, Ms. Black.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, communication from the mayor, not really a whole lot, going on other than now this weekend, coming weekend, is the ATV festival in the fall. And according to what weather I can see, it should be perfect. It should be 65 and sunny, no rain for the festival, so hopefully it will be. I know our motels, a lot of them are already booked solid for it. The campgrounds are booked for it, so it's gonna be a good thing. Okay, old business. Have any old business?
Well, I was gonna give a update on the website, but I think we just did that. So.
Okay. All right, financial report.
For September 2018, in our general fund, we have $683,148.51. Reserve for rainy day fund is $45,000. In our special fire protection fees, we have $87,242.53. Our adjusted general fund balance is $550,905.98. And our state street aid fund, we have $247,254.21. In our industrial fund, we have $432.99. In our drug fund, we have $18,871.71. Our revenues for the month of September 2018 is $118,717.03. Our expenditures for the month of September is $111,010.32, which is a difference of $7,706.71. And it would have been more, around $22,000, but we had two loans that we needed to pay, which was the police vehicle and the sanitation truck.
And that was for what, bi-yearly? I think they're what, twice a year we pay those. So this was the month that come out.
And our interest also.
Okay.
And all that combined was $16,486. So it would have been over $20,000 if we would be in the good.
So we're still in the good, so that's good.
Done good.
And we should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 22-23%, and that's where we're at. We're at 23% of budget, so we're right on target. Do I hear a motion to approve the financial report?
I'll make the motion.
Second. Discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay. Back up here where I was at. Reports of council members. Mr. Lawson.
Dave went on sick today, so he didn't leave me nothing to report on, so I'll have everything for next meeting.
Okay. Wayne, police department?
Town of Caryville Police Department monthly report for the month of September. We had 227 complaints. We had 5 arrests. We patrolled 7,965 miles. There was 9 citations wrote, 2 drug arrests, and we had 26 accidents, and we had 2 escorts. And all that's for the month of September. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Smith?
Fire department responded to 3 false calls last month. 1 chemical spill set up a landing zone for Live-Star at one time. Had 8 accidents and had 1 carbon monoxide alarm that was responded to for a total of 14 calls last month.
Okay, library report, Shay, do you have yours?
I turned it into Beth, but I didn't know Beth wasn't gonna be here, so I don't have one on me, but,
I think she said she was gonna put it in her box.
I can run and get it if you want me to.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I actually have August and September's. Do you want me to read both or just September's?
I'm sorry,
I have August and September's. Do you want me to read both or just September's?
September's fine.
Okay, we had 862 items checked out and 877 items checked in. We had 524 ebooks checked out. We added 6 patrons and deleted none. We added 27 items and deleted 1. We had 342 computer and Wi-Fi users. We loaned out 34 books to other libraries and borrowed 13. We held 2 children's programs and had 20 in attendance, and we had a total library of attendance of 453. Right now, that's probably our lowest point that we've had this year because of school starting back. And actually, I've been working here now officially for a year, and this was our slowest time last year as well. So, but that's about to change because we've got a lot of events coming up with the holiday season. So, we also, after school started back, we had no one showing up to our story time at the day and time that we had it, and so that also accounted for a drop in our attendance. But we have since changed the day and time, and now we've got a regular group coming again. So we're pretty excited about that. It's about the same size group we had before, but with some new children. So pretty happy about that. Let me see. That's about it. We've got a outdoor movie event coming up in October. We're showing Hotel Transylvania in the lawn. And Alan Miller is coming to tell ghost stories in October. In November, we're going to do a trivia night, and we're already preparing for our Polar Express event in December. So we've got a lot of good things coming. And that's about it.
I actually talked to Alan last night. He has new stories
Oh, yeah?
this year.
If you've ever been on his ghost walk, it's all about La Follette, but the stories he tells here is about Caryville and Jacksboro. So it's nice because even if you've been on his ghost walks, you can still hear new stories that you may not have heard before here. So really excited about that.
Okay, thank you. I know I've talked to several people that's already looking forward to the Polar Express. It's already talking, people are already talking about it, they want to come back. So.
We just put it on Facebook today that we are now reserving tickets. So if you all know anybody that might want to come, tell them to call us.
Okay, all right. I hear a motion, we approve the reports as presented to the county.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, went through old business. I jumped the gun a little bit on that. Patrick went through the old business on the website. Any other old business? Okay. New business. I would like to add a item to the agenda, which would be number 5, to consider industrial land sale. Be number 5. And I'll make that form of motion.
Second.
Take a pick. Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, number 1, council discuss Aflac. Jim.
Yes.
I'm close. With Aflac, he's here to talk to us. So you got the floor, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Alderman. My name's Jim Hill. I'm a district sales coordinator with Aflac. I've been with Aflac for about 5 years now. I live down in Knoxville. A couple of months ago, we approached Teresa about the benefits that we do with different public sector accounts that we've had success with, be able to be a benefit to the workers in the city, town, county, wherever we worked at. For Aflac to honor any system to be a group, you have to have 3 people that would be willing to enroll in a product for Aflac to identify it as a group. So we kind of did a test run with the street department a couple of months ago. We talked to 5 people, and out of the 5 people that we talked to, we already had 4 that were interested in learning more about the Aflac products. So there was no, we kind of didn't want to go through and talk to everybody else without coming before you gentlemen tonight for approval. As far as Aflac, I know a lot of folks know about the duck in the commercial, but only, and even though 97% of all Americans know about the duck, only about 30% of folks know actually what Aflac does. The bullet points of it is we're a supplemental insurance company to where if a policyholder has a policy with us and they have an accident or sickness based on the type of coverage that they have, we pay a cash benefit directly to the policyholder. It is not contingent on any other benefits that a person does have or does not have in place, major medical in place, non-major medical in place. These are specifically for the policyholders. So in the event if somebody had an accident policy with our company and either them or someone on the policy had an accident, we file a claim, and any claim that Aflac deems that needs to be payable, it goes straight to their bank account. And they get to use the money for whatever that they need to use it for. If they need to use the benefit to pay for their out-of-pocket cost, if they have deductibles and things that they have to meet, they can use it for that. But what we find out 95% of the time is any cash benefit that we pay, the folks tend to make sure that the house payment's paid, the car payment's paid, the mandatory things that need to be paid so that folks don't lose anything. That's one of the reasons we've been successful in the public sector, is due to the fact that even though it's a great job to have, a lot of folks don't have a lot of money set for a rainy day, to where if anything unavoidable, a sickness or a horrible accident, even though they have vacation pay and sick pay and PTO time some events, if it winds up being anything extensive, then they still wind up having to find ulterior motives or means to get that benefit. That's the reason that we come in and we wind up being a good benefit for those that are interested. I gave you a brochure tonight that kind of outlines the coverage that is available through Aflac. Well, one of the main things that we see that if folks don't have enough coverage are short-term disability, accident, cancer, critical care, where if a person had something, any of those happen, they have a means of income coming in. The main thing to understand is with it being provided for for caryville, is there's no expense to the city. There's nothing that we need a budget line item for. Actually, we wind up giving a discounted rates to all the employees that work for the city. As long as they work for the city, they have the benefit, and if they wind up retiring from the city, they can actually carry the benefits with them. So it's not one of these as long as you're here, but it's something that if they enroll in, they can keep it for their life, regardless of how old that they wind up being. And they pay for it on their own with the benefits. We don't do any pressure sales. We go into the department heads when they set up a date for us, the availability for us to talk to folks. We educate them on what's available. The cost of most everything that we do, Mayor, is between $4 and $8. So it's nothing that's very expensive. The accident policy for the group, I think, runs about $6.21 a week if somebody wanted coverage. So we're not talking about trying to be any financial burden on the folks that do work for the department. Just winds up trying to be an extra benefit for them. I personally will oversee the account. I'll probably have an agent that works alongside of me, but anytime anybody would have a claim on the account, they would be able to get in contact with me. My wife also works for Aflac, so we take pride in taking care of claims and getting them paid so that they don't have time to spend time on the computer, on the phone, taking time away from work when we can handle all the things for the individual themselves. We get doctor's notes, file the claim, and of course that falls back to the commercial. Most everything that we do for your staff, if they have coverage with us, as long as we file a claim for them by 3 o'clock today, their money for their claim will be put in their bank account by 5 o'clock tomorrow. We ask for your consideration to be able to forward this to the folks that are employed here, to work with the department heads to let everybody know what benefits are available to them. And also, last but not least, with us having the ability to present to the city of Caryville, Aflac will actually pay no cost to anyone for everybody to have a $7,500 accidental death or dismemberment policy. Again, that's at no cost. That's just with us having the ability to come in and represent the coverage for you guys for the town, that we will do that coverage. They will not have to have a policy with Aflac, but it's just with us having the ability to present, provided we get 3 and the group gets done. I'm not familiar with how many employees are on the payroll right now, but every one of them we would enroll in the $7,500 accidental death benefit. And I'm available for any questions you may have.
Would it be available to the council member?
Are you paid?
Yes.
Yes. That was the other thing. We had kind of already spoke with Teresa. One of the things that we have to make sure of is that it is a payroll deduction and the invoice is paid once a month. It's very simple to set up, and we already have spoken with Teresa about the ease of being able to do that. And I believe there are already some deductions for other things that are already handled that way.
So there'll be no issue.
There'd be no issues with payroll.
You have,
It's just another incentive for the employees.
Correct.
anybody else have any
It
questions?
doesn't cost the city anything.
So it'll be taken out of the invoice.
Yes.
And we bill in arrears. One of the cool things about Aflac is, let's just say that we did like a November the 1st or December the 1st effective date. The first pay period following in that month, the deduction will start coming out. Aflac will send an invoice the following month to pay what's already been collected. So there is no upfront money either. The employees will actually have coverage for a month before Aflac even gets paid the first invoice, which will already have been deducted in premiums from pay period.
Any other questions?
Seems like kind of a no-brainer.
All right, do I hear a motion that we, I guess, allow Aflac to present this to our employees?
I'll make that motion.
Second motion.
Any discussion? Call her up, just to be honest.
Mr. Patrick Keebley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Stixberry?
Yes. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, sir.
So it's,
Thank you.
I'll work out the details, I guess, with you later. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Y'all have a good night.
you
Be
too.
safe.
Be safe going home.
Yes, sir.
Okay, number 2, council discuss color copier in finance department. Ms. Tracy.
Okay. Right now, we use American Business Equipment for our copier now, but we want to upgrade to a color copier, which we did budget for the fiscal year. And with that, the police department's the one we're using now. So we're going to, what Brian has, we're going to give that back to them and then let him have ours. But this one is all-inclusive. It covers all the drum costs, toners, color, even staples, if we're out of staples, it covers that too.
Everything but paper.
Everything but paper. And with this one that we're looking at, it's also HIPAA compliance. After 10 minutes, it erases from the drive. So that's a huge thing now, with HIPAA being HIPAA compliance. It copies, faxes, iFax scans to files, scan to email, staple finisher.
Does everything.
I like it. Plus, I think we need a color copy, especially for the maps and stuff that we have.
Okay.
I think it would be.
Bottom
a good
line
asset.
is-
Bottom line is, it's gonna cost $1,995.
Which was already in the budget.
It was in the budget, we did budget for that. But like I said, and that includes them coming and moving ours to Brian's and hooking up and everything, delivering everything, so that's not bad. Right now, we are paying, we pay once a year, it's called all exclusive. The finance department pays $775, police department pays $675, and that includes toner, drums, anything, all service, anything happens to it, they'll come.
So this is a yearly,
It is an annual,
payment.
yeah, an annual
And
payment.
we're already paying,
We're paying $775, and we're still continuing to do that. It's just, the upgrade is gonna cost $1,095, just for one time. And then annual payments is gonna be
oh, so it
$775.
drops back to
It
$775
drops back to
after this one-time payment.
$775, yes, after
Oh,
the
okay.
$1,995. Just so we can upgrade to a new copier, color copier.
Then we fall back to the same payment we're paying now.
Yes,
This
we
is one
do.
time, okay.
Yes,
All right, this is budget.
yes.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Is the 775 going to the police department once they take the old one?
Theirs is $675.
So they're going to bump up to 775 taking your old?
No, he said that would not change.
No, they'll still keep,
They'll still keep
those two numbers won't change
675.
after the first initial.
Initial.
And I think the fire department, they have the same copier too. I think they pay $675 a year too on theirs. But I've been thinking what happens to yours back there is you just call them up and they come.
Okay. All right. What's the pleasure of the council?
If it's budgeted, make the motion, or we're not buying, we're leasing. I make the motion, we upgrade. Does that
I'll
work?
second.
Okay, discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson? Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. Number 3, council discuss budget amendment in library.
Give me a talk.
Mr. Shea.
So I have the 2018-2019 Public Library Maintenance of Effort Agreement. And we had actually already filled this out and signed it, but there is an issue, so the state sent it back to us to address. And what that issue is that the amount that was appropriated for the library for this fiscal year does not meet the MOE standards. And just so that we're all under the same understanding, I'll just read briefly here. It says this amount will be matched or exceeded during, let me go back. The Office of the Secretary of State, Tennessee State Library and Archives Regional Library is hereby notified that public funds were appropriated and expended for library services in the fiscal year just completed. This amount will be matched or exceeded during the current fiscal year. So basically what it's saying is that whatever amount the city as well as county appropriates for the libraries one year, the next year, that same amount must be met or exceeded, but it cannot go down. And so that was the issue, was that the amount was slightly lower. So basically I guess the ordinance is to raise the amount to meet last year's amount, which was $66,202. What was appropriated for this year was $62,650. The other part of the MOE is that our library has to be open a minimal amount of hours, and for us it's 45. So it's two parts. It's that the city and the counties meet their end of the deal, which is to meet that appropriation amount or exceed it, and for us to keep our library open so many hours a week. And in exchange, the state and federal government gives us funding. And so basically it says the undersigned acknowledge that failure to meet MOE may result in the loss of all regional library services, including materials currently held at the local libraries paid for with state and federal funds, which is probably most of our collection. So that's what this is. It's just meeting the standards of the MOE, which you all are welcome to take a look at the contract if you like. I have it here. And it's currently been signed by every city, including ours from the first time around. So that's what this is about.
Okay, and to add to that, when it was brought to my attention about that, I did have Tracy call and throw herself on the mercy of the state. You know, considering the retirement of our previous librarian and the difference in salary. Basically, I said through mercy, on mercy, they didn't hear it. It's not thou shall meet. I mean, this is one of the deals where they say you have to do it, you got to do it, or they cut off the state and federal money, which is going to cost us more than that anyway.
As someone who's volunteered and worked in the library before, she's right, that will pull probably 2/3 of the collection.
You can't decrease anything on library or anything for the inspection.
No, like I said, that's something. Well, that's like the county. The county has to maintain their maintenance service on our county schools.
So what do we need to do? We need to raise that from 62,000 to 66,000.
What was it? 35.
$3,552. We need to raise it.
Yeah, 35.
We just didn't appropriate for this new fiscal year.
I'll make a motion that we raise it up to the standard we need.
I'll
Here's
second
that.
the motion.
So you want to do both of them, the city hall repairs, and do it all under the same ordinance?
We can.
That way instead of doing
Okay.
two motions, I'll do
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do both of them? That's fine. We'll do that one too. All right. You needed your motion to that effect? Your second? Okay. All right. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson? Mayor Stixberry?
Yes, motion carries. Number 4, council discuss police car repairs. Chief, you're up.
We had a car get totaled out, 2011 Crown Vic. What they're going to award us, give us back for the car is $48.65. What we're interested in doing, if the council can approve it, what I've checked with is a 2018 Explorer with a state contract, and also a 2018 Explorer through Ray Varner. And through the state contract, vehicles listed $29,000. Ray Varner's $31,000. And what I'll give everybody a paper, the lights and equipment all comes to $5,500. Of course, y'all see the total of 34 and 37 difference. What I was wanting to do is take the check from the pool and take $10,000 out of the drug fund to make a total of $14,865 to put on either one of the vehicles if we could order one. And the total that would come out of the general fund would be $19,734 for a new 18 Explorer, lights, equipment and all. And it could be here by the end of this week. That's the ones they have on the ground.
Brian, did you check on the 19?
The 19, if we order them now, they wouldn't be here until January.
Did you get a price on those 19?
Yeah, they raised it up to 31 for the 19 model.
On the state, or the,
Yes, the state, the one I checked.
did Ray Varner give you a quote on that?
Well, they said the same thing, and they was gonna raise theirs up to, it'd be a couple thousand, so it'd be still in the same 31 range.
So we're gonna save money by getting 18.
We are, but the big deal with these is we just need one fast. Once one is wrecked out and totaled, we have to replace it
And
pretty
they get
fast.
you one this month.
Well, the other one will come in the end of this month, and it'll be sent off to get the lights, equipment, stripes. But if I could get one at the end of this week, I've talked with the guys that put the lights and equipment in. He said if we could get it over at the end of this week, he would push it up above about 30 cars for me.
So we'll be having two coming, one for Ray Varner, the one you ordered last time, and.
Right. And that is a 19, that one is.
Oh, it is a 19?
That new one, yeah, it's a new 19 where we ordered it early.
Yeah.
And it comes straight out of the factory at the end of this month.
Okay, but this one right here's the 18 you're gonna be ordering.
Yeah. These
So
are the
we'll
ones
get
that-
it almost immediately.
Yeah, this one, if I can call them tomorrow, they can be here by Thursday, they said.
And then the guy will go ahead and get us.
He said he'd rush it through and put the lights and equipment on for me. Because when we lose one that way, we have to replace it rather fast.
So we need to amend the budget for the police department for $19,734.
And that's the cheapest one, and that's the one I'd rather go with, a state contract like this, Evan. And that's us using that check from the Crown Vic and 10,000 out of the drug fund.
I mean, if you gotta have one, you gotta have one.
Yeah.
I mean, it got totaled, to total the lights too, or you want to have new lights for it, or can you use your old lights?
Well, the lights and the equipment in it, I mean, it's, they're antiques. I mean, they're old lights. And they wasn't, half the wiring has been stripped, I've checked it out. They're taped together and I wouldn't reuse it.
Plus, I imagine it's a different fit from a Crown Vic to
To
an
an Explorer.
SUV, yeah. At least on the lights, I don't know about the rest of it.
Is there anything on the Crown Vic you can use on the,
The only thing's the radio, the Kenwood radio, and that saves about $350.
What's the pleasure of the council?
I'll make a motion that we buy this 2018 Explorer on state contract.
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion?
so actually we'll just do an amendment on the budget on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Good budget.
Is it gonna be, we won't pay this off? Is it gonna be paid
I'd
off?
say we pay it off.
Okay,
Just go ahead and pay it without getting a loan.
That's what I, yes, yeah, just, yeah.
pay it
So
off.
we're actually taking $14,865 out of the
No, we're
Actually,
taking
19,000.
19,734.
Yeah, the grand total's now.
oh, okay.
The 14,000 is the insurance check.
And the drug fund,
Okay,
which you can use, what, one time a year for a vehicle?
Right.
Okay.
that's my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're gonna pay for it and, not have a debt on that, I'm good with it.
Okay. So we have a motion, second, discussion. Call roll, please.
Surplus the equipment or the lights?
We can actually, she told me I could take the lights out, I asked her about that. I can actually put them on gov deals and sell them as well. So I mean, whatever we get out of that, I mean, it can help as well.
That'd be great if you could do
So
that.
you may wanna add, put that as surplus so we can sell.
But how long would it take to put it on gov deals and sell it?
Well,
Because we need the car quick is what I'm getting.
Right, well, we don't have to wait on that. We can go ahead and do this, and then we can end up putting it on GoDaddy and selling it.
Then whatever proceeds would go back to,
What Ken says is just to order like the lights as surplus so we could sell them auction.
Okay.
Good deal.
Did the insurance give you the car back? Or they come to get
They're
it?
taking the car
Take the
sometime
car,
this week.
But you can take your equipment off of it?
She told me she actually give us extra money for the equipment, and she told me to take out what we could really use, they wouldn't need it. But like I said, the radio's about the only thing that, we'll list the lights and see if we can get anything out of it, but a lot of the agencies is going with newer equipment, but we'll try, I mean.
Okay.
call roll please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Shakespeare?
Yes, motion carries. Okay, back to number 5.
So do you want to make a motion to declare anything he can salvage off of his surplus so he can go ahead and sell it if he wants to?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now what number, you get number 5? You got- Yes, number 5 would be discuss or consider land sale, industrial land sale. We have been in negotiations, I guess you would say, with an industrial prospect over the last 2 months, 3 months. Okay, they have come back with an offer, and they have come back with an offer for 20 acres industrial park at $135,000. Like I said, we have negotiated this for, I guess, what, better part of 2 to 3 months?
Yep.
So, that's been their offer. So, what's the pleasure of the council?
Make a motion, so.
This is the same one that y'all talked about that's in the 2 different motions, right?
Yes, this is this one, yeah, this is,
Because I did never close on that first one.
right, this is the same thing,
I
but
think if we make that deal on it, he's wanting
yes, he wants 128, wants one deal,
Right.
one deal.
and we discussed the wetlands on this part of this land. And to me, the wetlands, there's nothing that'll ever be done with these wetlands. I'd like to get more money out of it, but with the conditions now, we'll probably never get another chance to get a dime out of it.
No,
No.
There's nobody gonna buy the wetlands.
true.
So, we're gonna get some money, like I said, I'd like to get a little bit more, but,
This is our one chance to do
this
this.
is a chance to get something out of it.
Well, it's gonna put money back into our economy and stuff with this guy.
Yes.
Well, he is,
Everything he's wanting to do.
right, he will, from my conversations with him, he is going to place a plant on that site. I don't know how quick it'll be, but I do know he has every intention of that.
I think once he gets started, since this is kind of like a central location from north to south, I believe he'll make this will be his home for his business.
I do too.
I think since he's buying all this land, I mean, it'd be great for the city of Carroll if if he brings a factory or a business in.
I do too.
It'd be a plus.
Okay. All right. Now, we need to make that motion to mark 1 south. Can you amend to
Make a motion to sell the Mark 1 south.
Second.
any further discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Patrick Beasley?
Yes.
Mr. Eric Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Dwayne Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd Lawson?
Yes.
Mayor Shakespeare?
Yes, motion carries. Before I adjourn, a call for adjournment, tonight is Dwayne's last meeting with us.
It is.
And I want to tell you, it's been a pleasure having you on the council. I know your reasons for leaving us, which is work related. Now you have to make a living.
Yeah.
I understand that totally, but I appreciate what you've done so far. It's been real good to work with you, Dwayne, and I appreciate you. Anything you want to say?
I'd just like to thank everybody for allowing me to be a part of this council. And I've really enjoyed working with everybody. And I've learned a lot about spit out the municipalities that I never thought I'd get to learn, but it's just been a big pleasure working with everybody here. And thank you. I mean,
It's been good.
You need to run for governor, are you?
no, not this time.
How about Senator?
Not this time.
How about Senator?
Hey, Mayor, I'll say too as well, he's done a great job with the police department, helped us in a bunch of ways, and thank him for everything he's done for us, and became a great friend. So,
Yeah, the same here. I've met a lot of people through the council that I never got to meet any other way, and that's one of the biggest things for me.
It's interesting, man.
It is.
Until you get over here with us and get into it, you really don't realize what all goes on.
No.
What it takes to make one go.
There's a lot of nuts and bolts to it.
Me and Wayne went to Nashville to get the big check that time, I can't remember the name of the grant, but it was like $350,000 check.
It was a
$350,000.
$350,000.
And that was just, like I said, there was a lot of people from other counties, other cities.
Okay.
Got to rub shoulder with the
Big wig, yeah, big wig.
Okay. There's a motion, we adjourn. Dwayne?
I'll make the motion, we adjourn.
All right. All in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you all for coming.